I don't really do this, guys. I'm all about positivity. I'm all about, just being my best, and that's what I focus on. But today, I want to kind of rant a little bit. A rant video of sorts. It's not quite a rant, but of sorts. One thing that's really been getting to me is that so many of you, so many of us, I should say, are so damn weak these days. I think always humans have been weak, right? But these days, maybe it seems more evident because the internet, obviously. But we are just so weak. We're drawn to others who are weak, right? The majority of us have a victim mindset. We like to think we're the victim. We're always blaming others for our issues. We never take ownership. We choose the easy path. We never do what's hard, what's challenging. We stay in the friggin' comfort zone our whole damn lives and we do nothing about it. We're just weak pieces of shit for the most part. And what really gets me, what gets me most of all, is how the people we are drawn to, the influencers, the people who are supposed to stand out and inspire and motivate us, are even weaker and more pathetic. We're drawn to fat pieces of shit. We're drawn to people with deranged issues, with mental issues, and they need help themselves, but because we're viewing their content, we're giving them money, essentially, they're not going to get help. They're reveling in the money, right? And what do we get out of it? I think the majority of us, we like that shit because we're like, oh geez, at least I'm not that. At least I'm not 500 pounds, right? Like this guy. At least I don't have these mental issues like this person. But we still have issues. We're still not the best we can be. We're still screwed up to some degree. Yet we watch people who are even more screwed up so we can justify our being screwed up. Guys, it is so mental to think like that, right? I'm kind of getting tongue twisted just saying it. Instead of choosing content that could really motivate us, that could really make us better, to be our best, to be everything we can be in life. Because trust me, you can be so much more than you are right now. But instead of that, we choose weakness, right? So I've been on YouTube almost 4 years at this point. It's been a while. It's been a journey and a half, right? I've experienced a lot of things. I've experienced growth. I've experienced stagnation, especially at the beginning. I've experienced a lot. But throughout the course of my time here, I've seen a lot of potentially good influencers, good people come and go. And why they disappeared, I don't know. I assume some of it has to do with that they just realized that, like, this is like a long haul game. This isn't quick success. This isn't quick money. Unless you're an idiot. Unless you are a TikToker and follow the stupid trends and all that shit. Which, I don't. Which the people that I have seen come and go don't. But that's the content that would really help us. It's not the dances, it's not eating the Tide Pods, it's not watching the fat piece of shit stuff his face. It's watching content that can inspire, that can show you that there's much better that you could be doing, that there's a better path, that you can do it. All you have to do is believe you can do it. But it starts within. No one can do it for you. You have to do it. You have to make the choice. And that's the conundrum. That's the problem. Because so many of us are so friggin' weak that we cannot make the choice. We would rather watch people who are weaker than us, or we assume they're weaker than us, their problems seem worse than ours, and we use that to justify us being weak. We use that to justify us staying in the comfort zone. We use that to justify our inaction. It's just so screwed up. And guys, this is going to be a vicious cycle. It has been for the past, I say, decade, or perhaps even longer. But it's just going to keep on going on and on and on and on and on until we make the choice to change it. Until we start watching more content that helps motivate us and inspire us to be our best, until we decide, yeah, I don't need to watch this. I don't need to watch this guy eat like 5,000 calories. I don't need to watch this person go on and on and on and on about how they're so freaking ugly when they're really not. And guys, I had body dysmorphia, so that's not like a jab at anybody who has it, because I get the pain of it. But at the same time, we shouldn't be obsessed with that kind of content. We should be obsessed with the content that's going to help us grow and be better, right? Like, you know, watch David Goggins, Jocko Willings, Robert Greene, me. But no, not really me. I mean, I appreciate the support, and obviously if you want to subscribe and follow me, but, you know, there's much better people that have tread the path that I'm forging for myself, and more so for you guys, for anyone who wants to follow, who wants to be their best, who wants to learn, who wants to grow, who wants to develop. But the problem is, we can't grow until we get rid of that victim mentality. We can't evolve until we decide within our minds that we are capable of it. You can achieve anything you want if you believe you can. If you can see it in the mind, you can achieve it. It's not going to happen overnight. I'll tell you that. It's not going to happen in a week. Probably won't happen in a month. Probably not even in a year. But sooner or later, thoughts become things. But you have to believe it. You have to think it. You have to know it. You have to be obsessed with it. And most of you guys, most of us these days, we're obsessed with losing. We're obsessed with poverty. We're obsessed with racial issues. We're obsessed with identity. What do you identify as? What do you identify as? What do you identify as? Who the freak cares? Who the freak cares? Really, guys. Our priorities are so warped these days. The division between us is so warped, when really we're all one in the same. We're all people, we all have a mind, and we're all capable of greatness. So it's time we stop bickering among ourselves. Stop watching content that is toxic and worthless and a waste of time, and start making moves to better your life. Start doing perhaps what's uncomfortable now, because what's uncomfortable today will be comfortable later on, and that's how we make progress. We don't make progress by thinking we're the victim and blaming others and capitalism. That's one that really gets me going. We make progress by deciding we can do it first and foremost, and then taking action to do it. So guys, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna stop. But seriously, you need to cut that crap out with the victim mentality and stop obsessing about content that is more harmful than good. Because yeah, maybe other people have a worse life than you, or maybe other people way more than you, maybe other people have more mental problems than you do, but the fact of the matter is, you still suck right now. You're still not in a place that's good, right? So don't look at somebody who's weaker than you and justify that as like you're strong. No, you're still weak. You're still a piece of shit right now, right? And that you have to be real with yourself. Let's be real. Like when I started my personal growth journey years ago, I had to be real with myself. I looked in the mirror. I'm like, Ryan, you're kind of overweight. I don't like how you are right now. I don't like your habits. I don't like your ego. You need to do something about it, right? You need to admit to yourself that you suck. And then you can start growing. Then you can really start making progress. And I'm happy to help you with it. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are. Constantly on my recommended feed, I'm getting, you know, different channels, and, you know, there's a ton of people out there. And there's the big people, like I said before, David Goggins, Jocko Willings, Jordan Peterson. There's so much potential for you to be your best, but you have to choose to be your best. You have to choose that content over the shitty TikTok trend topics. So, guys, it's ultimately your choice. I can't convince you either way, but if you want to stick around, if you want to be your best, hit that subscribe button, and you can follow the path that I'm showing for you guys, because I'm a guy who started out as nothing, absolutely nothing, and I never claimed to be anything. But my success, my progress has all been because I've taken the steps every single freaking day to be a little bit better, and that's what you have to do too.